Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about that sexy new movie, Dora the Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very
so
sexy.
Hot.
So hot. So hot. We're going to talk about the MarySue actually reacting to a review on The Hollywood Reporter.
And I actually agree with him on this one.
I actually do agree with him on this one. This was kind of a little strange. It was a little strange how they phrased some things.
They were they're very obsessed with hormones.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. So we're going to talk about that. Before we do, please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel already. We talk about pop culture, news and views. We have occasional rants, and we really would appreciate you subscribing. It helps the channel grow.
Yes. Okay,
so this coming from the MarySue, trusted bastion of journalistic integrity, but in this case, we actually do agree with this. The Hollywood Reporter runs a bizarre, pervy review of Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
Yep, it's weird. And
let's read a little bit of what they have to say, and then we'll read the offending member, the offending section.
Okay.
Sex, emphasis on the sex here in Dora the Explorer.
They're mad there's lack of. Anyway, go ahead.
There are certain things we expect from a film review about a kids movie like Paramount's upcoming Dora and the Lost City of Gold. We expect to learn about the quality of the acting, the special effects, or how the film compares to other movies of its ilk. What we don't need is a lament over the lack of sexualization of the film's protagonist because, you know, it's a film for children. But that's exactly what readers got with the Hollywood Reporter's new tone-deaf and frankly pervy review of the film. Reviewer Todd McCarthy, who is nearly 70, took the big screen adaptation of Nickelodeon's Dora the Explorer to task for ignoring the sexuality of the teen.
I don't think it's that bad, honestly, but it's a little weird. I don't think it's as bad as they're making it out, but it's weird.
Put it in my backpack, Diego. McCarthy,
that's her cousin.
It doesn't matter. That's what he's talking about. McCarthy, who summed up the film as a story about hormonal teens aimed at little kids, wrote the following. Should I do this in sexy voice?
I would love to hear your sexy voice because it's probably going to be laughable to me, but go ahead.
Hey. It worked many years ago.
No, it didn't.
Okay, it didn't. All right, so here we go. What keeps things alive up to a point is the imperturbable attitude of the titular heroine, So Dirty, who is invested with try and stop me spirit by Moaner, who's actually 18. It's good that Moaner's 18, and looks it despite preventative measures. The same goes for Wahlberg, who's 19. There's a palpable gap you can't help but notice between the essentially innocent, borderline pubescent nature of the leading characters and the film itself, and the more confident and mature vibes emanating from the leading actors. The directors seem to be trying to keep the hormones at bay. But there are some things you just can't disguise. Perhaps human nature first and foremost. Dora seems committed to projecting a pre-sexualized version of youth, while throbbing, unacknowledged beneath the surface is something a bit more real. Its presence rigorously ignored.
Yeah, well, you don't want to rigorously ignore things, or they become throbbing.
To be believed, the story should have been set in 1955. What?
So you think she's doing her best to keep it pre-sexualized because they wanted to, but don't let it fool you. She still has boobs.
Is that what they're? Why do you say they taped her titties down?
I don't know if that's what they're saying. I don't think that's what they're saying. I'm just thinking they're saying they're trying to keep her that she's like innocent and naive and pre-sexualized version, but you can't stop that she's hot.
To the 70-year-old man. Dude, this isn't an episode of Euphoria. It's a PG-rated film for children, but that hasn't stopped male critics and whiny men online from bellowing. But what about my boner? To anyone who will listen, it seems that white men, God,
so now
here we
you can't
go.
Agree with them.
Now it's the MarySue. The MarySue never, sometimes the MarySue starts off.
You should have read the whole thing first.
They start off with a good article and a valid
point. Then they ruin it.
And then it goes off the rails, and there's probably something about Trump at the end of this.
Oh, this is absolute shit. It seems that white men, to whom 99% of entertainment is catered to, like hell it is, I wouldn't say 99%. Come on, that's really pushing it.
More like 96, 97.
Yeah, I'd say more like, 66, 67.
69.
I didn't go there. This character cannot handle it when something isn't made expressly for them. But you whined about it when I didn't like the way they changed She-Ra. There was nothing to do with sexualization.
She-Ra's mentioned.
Oh, is she really?
She is in the very next
there
paragraph.
she is. Oh, of course.
It's the same misplaced sense of outrage men felt when they no longer wanted to bone She-Ra in Netflix's redesign of the character.
I beg to differ. Now it's okay because now everybody else wants to bone She-Ra, and that's fine. Now everyone wants Catra to bone She-Ra, and that is acceptable. But men wanting to bone She-Ra is not. And I hated her redesign too. I didn't like her. I don't like the fact she's flat-chested and everything else. And I'm a woman, and I have no desire to bone She-Ra.
I'm glad about that.
I just don't like the new design because she wasn't a sexualized character to begin with.
How dare content made for children not titillate or cater to your pervy fantasies?
Right.
Men.
How dare content not cater to men, but instead we can cater to all the people drawing the Rule 34 stuff of She-Ra and Catra for the new show. At least before she was, consensual age, now she's like a kid.
I do agree with this, though. Carly Lane Perry, throbbing is a word that should be used sparingly in romance novels at most, and definitely not in the film review for Dora the Explorer. Why aren't the characters in Dora the Explorer fucking? This review
Pretty much.
Oh, good. The disturbing Dora the Explorer movie reviews have begun dropping. I know we all joke, like, haha, all guys do is think about their dicks, but then the Hollywood Reporter publishes a review of Dora the Explorer that laments it's, yes.
Of course, it's all men's fault. Because one dude wrote an article. One dude. Now all men are bad. 99% of men are bad because one dude wrote an article.
Oh, God. I love how they end this, though. What did they want? A dark and gritty reboot of Dora the Explorer. Release the Snyder Cut where Dora punches Swiper into a Manhattan skyscraper and starts a violent prison riot. Did you think Boots the Monkey would get involved in a sexting scandal, or that Dora's talking backpack would be turning tricks on the street to fund their crippling heroin addiction? These are ridiculous criticisms to level the movie for children.
They are ridiculous criticisms to level the movie for children, as are the 99% of Hollywood's geared to men and all the bullshit they put into it.
When we talk about, sorry, I can't read a MarySue article with a straight face. When we talk about diversity among film critics, this is precisely what we mean. No more of this yikes-worthy commentary from crusty old white dudes upset that Dora the Explorer isn't fuckable.
It's a 70-year-old guy.
Do better, Hollywood.
You know what?
Reporter.
You know what? The article. You know these reviews are come out, and he's probably the only one who goes there. And there's be tons of men who don't. But 99% of men.
He gave it a rotten. He gave it a rotten because Dora wasn't sexy enough.
But I'm saying there'll be other men. Okay, there's a guy from the Variety, and he gave it a fresh.
He gave it a fresh.
And he didn't make it. He didn't make it about his wanting to bone Dora. I think the whole generalizing all men based on one guy is ridiculous. Just like generalizing all of any group of people based on one person is ridiculous. 99% of Hollywood. Not anymore.
So,
their articles are so full of it. I can't even.
Is that Louise?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Okay. I thought it was ridiculous they were making a Dora movie anyway.
I mean, yeah, first of all, let's talk about how dumb it was they were making a Dora movie to begin with. I think we did a video on it. We laughed our butts off for like a good solid half an hour.
Yeah, and then it was supposed to be produced by Michael Bay. You think Dora's too sexy now? Could you imagine Michael Bay's Dora the Explorer?
There'd be some exploring, but not in the way
there would be some exploring. There would be the road to El Dorado would be heavily trafficked in Michael Bay's Dora the Explorer.
Would be a lot of explosions.
A lot of explosions, and use your imagination as to what they would be. Now, you don't think, being based on a cartoon series, that there isn't Rule 34 of Dora and Diego out there already?
There are Rule 34 Dora things. I know there are. Not that I've seen them, but
what?
I've heard.
You've okay. I'm sure Tumblr has visualized worse.
Tumblr has ruined everything.
Not that I'm making excuses for this really kind of creepy review.
No, it doesn't matter. Rule 34 of Dora written by straight white guys is wrong. But Rule 34 of Dora written by certain people that they think are okay, like the ones who do the ones of She-Ra and Catra, that's completely fine. As long as you can't sexualize She-Ra because she's you're trying to sexualize her because she's an adult, so we're gonna bring her down to being a child. But now you can sexualize her as a child, and that's okay because not white men are doing it.
This is like Toonception. It's like a cartoon of a critic reviewing a movie about a cartoon, making fun of itself, being wrapped in the cartoon that is the MarySue.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're talking cartoonception here. Like, all of these cartoon characters, just so ridiculous. This whole thing is just ridiculous. I mean, all over a movie that technically shouldn't even exist.
Right.
You know? And that review should not exist, but the MarySue should not be using one guy's review to attack all white men.
To attack 99% of men.
Right, and
because
be like,
90% of Hollywood's all geared to men, and all these men are just, about men and about their dicks.
It's all about dicks. This is why we need more diverse critics, Hollywood, because all these crusty old white men just want to fap to Dora.
Wait, but they say diverse. There are a lot of men out there that aren't white. I mean, maybe they want to fap to Dora too. How come that would be? There's all the women out there who probably want to flick the bean to Dora. But they're okay because, that's a diverse, if this had been written by a woman,
About how hot Dora is?
No, she didn't say how hot she is. They're basically saying they're trying very hard to keep it, that it's prepubescent. And I think it's more like ridiculous when they aged her up to 16 or 17. They're trying to keep her acting like she's
I think kid. That's the joke of the movie,
I think
probably.
That's what he's trying to say.
Like, it doesn't work because clearly she's not 12.
And there's chemistry between these two that is not like, golly gee, let's come over and play with toys.
Right.
It's a different kind of toys. So I'm stopping while I'm at.
God, I don't know. So that's the first of, I'm sure, many Dora the Explorer, Dora and the Lost City of Gold reviews. I cannot believe this movie exists, but somehow I still can, because we've strip mined everything. So now we have to go strip mine the 90s and the 2000s because we run out of 80s movies to pillage. Just don't pillage Dora.
Yeah, and if you make any comment at all about any of this and you're a man, just prepare to be told that there's something wrong with you. Even though this review was pretty bad and wrong.
I'll admit, this review was kind of creepy. I mean, it was kind of creepy. You don't want to use the word throbbing. I actually had to look to make sure he used the word throbbing. But the MarySue...
That's a really bad word choice.
That is my face reading this article.
As a white guy...
Yeah.
A straight white guy, you're like, what? But no, don't you know that all men like you just want to bone Dora?
I don't want to bone Dora.
Well, according to MarySue, you do.
I don't want to bone Dora. MarySue, I don't want to bone Dora.
I don't want to bone Dora either.
Good. So we can agree on that. Nobody's boning Dora. Dora's not getting any.
She's not in the movie either, which is kind of the point. And this guy is making some pervy comments. I don't know why he did.
I don't know why I'm surprised, but every time I read these articles, I'm always surprised. And they always start off so sane.
You're like, oh, we agree with you. Cool. And then they have to go. Then somehow it's all men's fault. It's men of the devil.
Every MarySue article, every article on Polygon, every article, like, they start off normal, the first paragraph or two, and then by the end of the article, it turns into some frothing, raving political statement.
So we can argue that 99% of all the MarySue articles are pandering bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's clickbait.
I mean, 99% of Hollywood's scared to men. 99% of the articles on MarySue are pandering bullshit.
All right, well, I'm done. I don't want to think about sex and Dora. That's not a good combination.
No.
Although I'm sure lots of people are.
Throbbing things to Dora. That's just,
No, we're not going to be knocking boots either.
What?
Boots, the monkey.
I know. I mean, I was like, is that a euphemism or,
It's an impure thought that's probably been thunk through on Tumblr.
I'm sure Tumblr has thunk it through. I'm sure Tumblr's done a lot worse than think it through.
I'm not even going to. So, are we going to wrap this up?
We should have wrapped up like 5 minutes
ago.
I
think we should have. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. Go watch Dora if you want to. I guess.
Or not.
Or don't. I don't know how many people are actually going to watch this movie.
You're allowed to like it. You're allowed to not like it.
I don't really give a shit. So we're going to wrap this up. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.